Hey everybody, and welcome to a rejuvenating wild ride with Steve-O. That's right, I took some time off, I recharged, and I'm back. And I'm back with a new resolve, man. I'm not gonna worry about making episodes every darn week. You know, like I've been doing that for 5 years. I'm gonna make episodes when it speaks to me, when I'm excited about it. You know, like when there's purpose, when I'm really into it. And I was, super into this one. I wanted to talk to Ari Shaffir about the idea of being this super edgy. The guy is almost like hated for being so dark and just crazy edgy. But at the same time, he's a super moral, ethical person, man. And God, I had a heavy heart to talk to him. I had a heavy heart. And I just told him, he asked me how I'm doing. I said, man, I've been a mess. I've been an absolute mess. Got a lot off my chest. And man, I hope this reaches as many of you as possible, because I want you all to know how heavy on my heart that what I am about to discuss with Ari truly has been. So please do get into it. All right, everything is recording.
Hey, bro, can you kiss me?
Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you America's sweetheart, Ari Shaffir.
Yay.
All right, Moon Pie.
All right.
Moon Pie's really making out with Ari over here.
She really is. I'm jealous.
You're a ball warmer, okay? Yeah, dude.
How you doing, buddy?
Man,
it's great to see you.
Great to see you, too. I'm going to just be honest. I've been a mess.
Really?
I've been a mess.
That sucks.
Yeah, but it's actually, I think, kind of a good thing in the long run.
What do you mean? What do you? How are you a mess?
I've been dark on the podcast for 3 weeks. Like, we're gonna have gone 4 weeks without putting up an episode.
Interesting. Good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm always good with people taking time.
I didn't. I did it for 5 years, every single week.
No, you can't. It can't be a job like that. Even a sitcom, you get like 30 weeks off.
Yeah. I just, it became like really kind of a
job.
An obligation. And I think that that sort of just translated to the viewer, to the listener.
I quit my old one. I realized it was a job one day. I was like, oh, I have to do it. I'm like, I'm out. I took like 8 more weeks, wrapped it up, and then just quit.
Yeah. So there's that.
Okay.
The last episode I recorded was with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, interesting. From Wahlburger fame?
Yeah, the burger guy.
She likes you, man.
Hey. All right. She really does like you. You talk about how much you love your dog in your new special.
Oh, yeah. Bandit. She's got the same colors as this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, bar. Okay, bro. Okay.
All right, Moon Pie. You just chill out.
Chill. Kiss. No.
Hey. Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, this is.
Sorry. If you're jealous, I apologize.
No,
it's happening, Steve.
Yeah, this is pretty relentless.
We both decided we want this. Just be happy for us. Okay, buddy. Okay, chill.
Yeah, she's a road dog. So now, one thing that got me particularly bent out of shape, and
yeah,
man, how do I say this, man? The best thing in my life is my recovery. You know, it's been, I owe everything to, and whenever stuff stresses me out, whenever I get discouraged, whatever, I always do best if I say, you know what, I'm just going to double down on my recovery. I'm going to make that first. Everything else is going to sort itself out. And ultimately, like with recovery, you know, like it's a spiritual deal, you know? And I like take it super seriously. Like for over 5 years now, I've meditated every single day, averaging like literally 40 minutes of meditation every day. Like, you know, prayer, meditation. It's all about like this spiritual thing. And I'm sitting there talking to Mark Wahlberg, saying, man, you know, like been kind of struggling. I said, you know what? I got to make it just my relationship with God comes first.
Okay.
You know? And then I had the audacity to cut from that conversation to a promotion for gambling.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I justify that.
You saw it and you're like, what am I doing?
I did. And I didn't even, it wasn't even and I saw it.
Yeah.
What it was, it just occurred to me. Like, I just did it like, you know, what do you call it? Muscle memory. You know, like, didn't even think about it.
My darkest days is spent and I
even
focus on God. Guys, if you want to get $10 off a parlay.
Yeah. And I knew it. I knew when I was hiking with Moon Pie, like through a state park.
Moon.
I was hiking with her, and it dawned on me. I was like, oh my God! And the episode had gone live, and I was just like, man, like I just had this wave of shame come over me. I felt like just such a gnarly hypocrite, and I was like, I don't even have to look at the comments. I just know what they're.
You have your own comment.
Yeah, I got my, now that's when the comments really get to me, as if I agree with them.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're all right. Stop this. Stop saying it. I know.
Right. Right. And so whatever it is, man. Like I reached out to my team. I was like, hey guys, I can't promote gambling anymore. Not gonna do it.
I love that. That's, you know what that is?
What?
It's morals.
Yeah.
It's integrity.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk to you.
It's not that you did it wrong. It's that you recognized it was wrong.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm done with that.
I do really pride myself on a guy who can admit when he's wrong.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that it's so fucking often.
You're like, I wish I could be wrong less, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I don't do gambling ads.
You don't.
Same thing. There's money there for sure.
There's huge money there.
Yeah. I got an offer from one of them. Said, hey, I'm a fan. If you ever want, like, we got suites now in places. If you ever want tickets to a game. So I was like, can you get me tickets to like a Yankee playoff game? And he goes, yeah, sure. We have a box. And I was like, sick. And I went in there with Louis C.K. And we ate like crazy. It's actually funny. He goes, we walked into, it was like raining. So we walked into the area where all the fruit is. And he sees like there's all this free like hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff. And he goes, hey, Ari, you're going to see something really disgusting right now. And then he ate like 5 hamburgers. Yeah, he goes, I'm a glutton. So it's happening. So sit back. But I was like, how do you afford this box, this company? And it's off the backs of people losing.
Yeah. I'm not promoting anything,
Look,
period.
you already got, you're done with all ads?
No. I'm not going to promote anything, period, unless it's legitimately good for people's health and wellness.
Great.
You know, or at least let's say not harmful.
Yeah, not harmful.
I'm not going to do harm. I'm not going to
Yeah,
contribute
dude
to
wipes are fine.
Yeah.
And actually, that's helpful. That's actually helpful.
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up. I love dude wipes. Or I loved, you know, these quote flushable wipes so much that I came up with my own version of it.
What is it?
It's called Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole.
In case they don't get it.
Right. And the last time I saw Rogan, or I mean, not the last time I saw him, the last time I was on his show. Yeah. I'm all excited. I'm like, dude, I got these great fucking butt wipes. I love them. Yeah. And he goes, those aren't flushable. You know, he's like, those screw up people's plumbing. You know, like.
Is that true?
If you, and I didn't say this, I was just like, like deer in headlights.
Yeah, that's what I'm off balance.
Yeah. I use them all the time. I'm just careful to not flush more than one at a time.
So they can handle it.
I believe that the plumbing is perfectly fine if you just only do one per flush.
Yeah, you can't do it in Turkey where they don't have good plumbing.
which means that you wipe and then you fold it in half. Now you got a good new clean side. You
Dude,
wipe,
no one knows about the
and then you
fold.
fold it in half.
As a child of a Holocaust survivor, it's all about reusing and getting the most out of everything.
Oh my God, I get it down to where it's the size of a postage stamp.
You just keep folding, and you get both sides of the fold too.
Yeah, and then you just
Your
stick
front
it up. But yeah, so butt wipes.
Oh, dude, I
should-
need some of those. Do you have any?
Yeah, I absolutely.
Oh,
have
when you're
some.
walking around all day and you're just like, look, I don't have time for a shower, but that
Hey,
one, at the festival, there's some
yeah.
festival tweaks. One is
dude,
the festival coffee, which you can't have, which is a little bump in the morning to get you going, just to get you out of your tent.
Yeah. What's in that?
It's just cocaine.
Okay. Yeah, when a cup of coffee won't do the trick.
Yeah. It's like it gets you to the coffee place. And then the wipes. It's pits, balls, ass.
Well, I mean,
Good to go.
that first bump will definitely send you to the porta potty.
Right. Yeah.
What is that? Like, why?
They gotta research some better cocaine that's got nothing to do with your bowels.
I wonder, man, because it's almost like
It's not like it's a burrito.
it's like a Pavlov thing. I think that when you even before you even necessarily hit it, you got to poop.
You just clear out ahead of time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, I gotta shit.
Yeah, that's really that's really cool. That I think a lot of people would assume, oh, Ari Shaffir, he's the devil.
Yeah. I like to heal. I definitely like to heal.
Yeah, like that people would assume that you're the devil and you'll promote gambling, but no.
Nah. It's also weird when you see certain people doing a gambling ad and you're like, it seems like this is wrong for you. Like when JB Smoove does it, I'm like, this fits. This seems fine. But when some of those alt comics do it, you're like, what are you doing?
Right, and it's crazy. Like they get everybody. You know, I want to say that when I brought this up,
They're making out, Steve, in front of me.
I want to say that when I brought this up with my my podcast team.
Yeah. Who's your team, Daniel?
Well, I got a guy that sells the ads. I'm not with a network or anything.
Yeah. When you brought that up, what they say? They tried. The Jews will talk you out of it. Your Jews will talk you out of it. All hail Kanye. Your Jews will try to talk you out of it.
They push back a little bit.
There's money on the table. What's this table they're always talking about? Why is there money on it all the time? Find the table. Don't worry about my ads. Let's find that table.
I think they pointed out that Mark Wahlberg himself had some kind of a gambling promotion with MGM. And he's a man of faith.
Weird.
Yeah. But you know, hey man, like I can't be the arbiter of somebody else's, you know.
It's not so much morals. It's like you're hurting the people. Like eventually you're gonna. I get like, oh, I just like to put $20 on a game. It's like sure, but I've also known people that have lost their lives to it.
Right.
You know.
I mean, now I'm a sober guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that I would have a particular moral issue with promoting alcohol.
Yeah. It's just not for you.
I just can't have it.
Yeah.
Kind of like, for example, I'm mad at sugar. Would I promote something that I don't even know if I do promote.
Like, would you do
anything.
McDonald's?
No, I couldn't.
I wouldn't do McDonald's.
I couldn't.
It's poison, and I wouldn't tell anyone to go there. I tell people actively don't go there.
Yeah, but they have really good Wi-Fi.
And if you're dating a chick who lives near McDonald's, you don't want to shit in her small studio apartment. Like, go to the McDonald's.
I've always gone to McDonald's specifically to poop.
Yeah, some of them are clean, some of them are bad.
Yeah.
If there's anything carved into the toilet seat, find another one.
Yeah,
They should have replaced
that.
that.
Doesn't bother me.
Oh, really?
I'm a fan of challenging my immune system. It's a muscle. It's a muscle that needs to be worked out.
Yeah, you got to shit in any circumstance that you can handle anything.
You can't spend your life living in an incubator. It'll make you weak.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, you need to drive a stick shift.
Man, dude,
That's cool. So, you just got to push back to the pushback.
yeah.
And just go, no, I appreciate it, but I'm not
I
going
have a very, very loyal sponsor. All the gamblings.
Yeah.
All the gambling. The money there is insane. But
It's just bad money.
Yeah, we don't need it, dude.
I've met with a financial advisor. I've never had any investments.
Ooh.
And they're like, is there anything you don't want to invest in? I was like, what do you mean? And like, petroleum or something. I was like, oh, or pharmaceuticals or things like that, or Facebook. I'm like, yeah, I guess I should write down a list of evil companies. And I'm like, I don't want to make money off those.
It's tough because if you really want to distance yourself from evil, there's
nothing.
not a lot out there.
Yeah, Ben and Jerry's, the old Ben and Jerry's. That's about it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like how much evil.
Right.
You know,
How,
it's like there's plastics and everything. Okay, so that's
Right.
bad, but I'm like, I can handle that.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, so tell me about that, man. Like, you met with a financial advisor, meaning like somebody who's going to be.
I've only ever put my money in my mattress. I don't know how to do any of that.
Right, and now, like, presumably, you're really killing it.
I'm doing okay.
Oh, I think we can safely say that Ari is killing it. And let's talk about how all of you guys can be killing it. How I'm going to just go after it so that I'm killing it. Because, man, this is really exciting. Here in Tennessee at the Radical Ranch, I've just built a huge warehouse. It started out with a concrete slab. The warehouse just went in. You know my gymnastics rings that I skateboard with? I have a track that goes back and forth so that I can do it on flat rails and stuff. Man, and with this warehouse, I'm going to just get back to being my entrepreneurial self. I've got fun, ridiculous new ideas for stuff that I want to sell, man. And I'm going to sell it. And you know how I'm going to sell it? I'm going to sell it with Shopify because that's how you do it, man. And dude, I'm so excited for this new phase of my whole life, man. And I'm excited about Shopify because it's the gold standard, man, for all e-commerce. If you can build an audience and sell stuff to your audience, then Shopify is the way to do it. The gold standard. I mean, every little component of e-commerce is compatible with it. It's the easiest way to build a website. No matter what stage your business is in, Shopify will get you to the next level. That's how you do it. And if you want to try it for only $1 per month, that's $1 per month trial period, then you go to shopify.com/Stevo, making sure all of that is in lowercase. Again, a $1 per month trial period is available to you at shopify.com/Stevo, all in lowercase. Jump on it and kill it like Ari Shaffir. Now let's get back to it.
But I've never had to like stick money somewhere. Yeah,
Right.
so I'm like, I don't know how to do it. Also, I don't want to think about it.
Right.
I got so bored in that meeting within like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, can you just do it for me? If you steal some, fine. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, you got to agree on the amount that they're allowed to steal.
Right. A certain amount is okay. If you're an
Yeah,
employee at my coffee shop, like, yeah, sure, take a little.
It's tough. Do you have a coffee shop?
No, if I did. yeah. You're like, wait, what? No.
It's tough with these financial advisors because
I'll never notice it.
they're in charge. Yeah, they're in charge of all the money that they manage,
Yeah.
and they get a percentage. I think typically it's like a 0.5% of everything
Maybe something.
on like some kind of.
Here they go.
on my shoulder.
Dude, we haven't had this happen with Moon Pie and a guest. Like, there's been a lot of guests, and this has never happened. Moon Pie.
This is definitely a new affection.
Hey, Moon Pie, you're really.
Okay.
All right, come on. This is she needs to go.
Disgust so many people. I love it, and it disgusts so many people. And then I see the revulsion in their face,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, this is gonna make me do it more.
Yeah, how are you with like
People be like, he licks his ass with that mouth. I'm like, no, I just met my dog, any dog today.
Yeah.
I'm aware. It's an honor. Moon Pie, your ass
Yeah.
tastes great.
What we did was we put the kitty litter up on an elevated thing that she can't get to because it was like kitty litter / cat poop, like
She
just
did
on
it?
her breath.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah, but
That's
I
right. It's
like
nutrients.
it too,
It's got
man.
nutrients. She needs more friends.
you're gonna stop derailing this. Because
Wait, what were we just
I was
talking
thinking about the financial advisor. They'll take like a 0.5% of everything, or maybe 1%.
Okay.
But that, like, if they lose,
They don't lose 1%.
They're risking nothing.
Yeah.
You kind of want them to be incentivized.
I want you to be like when
by-
you're gambling and you tip the dealer, they go, no, let it ride. And I'm like, oh, you're playing with me now. I like that.
Yeah.
If I lose, you lose.
Yes,
if I
so
win, you
it's
win.
like maybe you give them a bigger percentage of the
profits and losses.
Of the amount that they generate.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, like, hey, man, like,
We do the system.
Like, you got contingency lawyers. They don't get paid until they get you a...
Yeah, we don't get paid till you get paid.
Right.
Yeah, but we'll take 80% after that.
Yeah.
I love those guys. All these commercials. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, all these commercials, man. I'm not mad at injury attorneys.
Injury attorneys? Well, they're trying to get money from nowhere. Also, they're always going against corporations, which is like, fuck every corporation.
Yeah,
to be
and
honest,
insurance.
fuck everyone. Yeah, insurance. That was so funny. That guy got murdered in cold blood.
And
everyone's like nice.
Yeah. Absolutely murdered, and everybody's...
Straight murder.
Like, GoFundMe
Yeah.
on fire.
Yeah, from him.
Free, yeah. I wonder how much. I mean,
Okay.
Like, the guy was gorgeous.
That helps.
Oh, wow. He's trying out new positions.
Yeah. Wow.
Now
dude.
put it in, buddy. Put it in. I want to feel your balls on my stomach.
What's going on? You got a lady?
I try to get
He
her
does
out.
now.
He does now.
Yeah, I do now. Exactly.
Oh man, you know
buddy,
what?
We're steady.
It's so exciting to have Daniel is my ranch hand at
Oh,
my
really?
my property. We've got this
What
big
the
animal
fuck's a ranch
sanctuary.
hand? You birth calves?
You know what? He's called us out. The definition of a
has.
ranch is really the crux of the definition of a ranch is in breeding cattle.
Oh.
We don't breed cattle, no. We're more of a farm.
Wow.
But I named the place the Radical Ranch before I knew the
The
definition
term?
of the word.
Reclaim the term. It's like
yeah.
queer.
Yeah, it's right. So
Maybe I should breed cattle just so it's official.
Breed
Like,
one.
At least one.
Find
Breed
a
one,
pregnant calf and whatever, a cattle, and then, I don't know, cow.
That
And
way
then,
I
like, bring it over, birth one, get your hands way up in that puss, get out, and then give them both back.
that's a you know what?
So you
our,
can say.
Get
our
it
next
on
move.
camera.
Yeah, get that on camera.
Our next move is to rescue cows
From where?
from slaughter.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But rescue them from becoming veal, little baby calves.
Oh.
And maybe we could arrange to birth one.
That's another one that gets me. When I see like what they do to animals, I'm like, oh, I'm out. And so people are like, can I show you this like video of a slaughterhouse? I'm like, no, because I'm not ready to be out right now. I don't
Yeah.
want to see this.
Like I say this a lot that hunting doesn't really bother me because these people at least have the courage to like see what's going on.
And get it themselves, and they live the best way.
Yeah, like I believe that anybody who wants to eat meat should have to be licensed to do so, and to get that license, you should have to kill at least one animal. If you're not willing to kill the animal yourself,
Yeah.
with your own bare hands,
This is
maybe
like
not
chicks. Before
Yeah.
you can get a hooker, you have to at least get one consensual woman to let you go down on her. And then do whatever you want with the hooker after that. But you have to show me you can attain puss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Let's redo the society.
let's talk
ground up.
about your comedy, dude.
Okay.
The new special, I watched it last night.
Oh, nice.
I just
yeah.
always love your comedy.
Thanks.
Jew, I never stopped raving about Jew.
I love it.
It's fucking
Yeah,
unbelievable.
thanks, buddy.
I saw an article
Yeah.
that Jew. It seemed that Netflix picked up Jew
Yeah.
after it already got 8 million views on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah. Yeah.
And that's the very first time. Like Netflix has been notoriously snobby.
they're like, it's already out. We don't want it.
If it's been anywhere, they don't want it. And is Jew not the very first special to have gotten a second window on
Yeah.
Netflix?
First one. My Jews, we share a Jew, even though
Yeah,
he's not Jewish.
Adam
but
Genevizian.
Yeah. Jew arts.
He fought and pushed for that. That was his dream for so long. When I saw that article, I texted Adam Genevizian, dude, you did it.
Yeah. They kept going like, we don't do second run stuff. Like, what about Suits? What about Karate Kid? What about all this? What about Friends? Like your number one show of all time on Netflix is Friends.
Wow.
And then they were like, they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. You got to get these guys in your corner.
It's just that that one comedy guy, Robbie.
Yeah. Then he's like a gatekeeper, which is weird. I knew him before that,
Well, you did know him from
I know
Just
when
for
he was
Laughs.
like, when he was just like a young guy, just for laughs. So we became friends like he introduced me to poutine.
Wow.
Yeah, then now he's just gatekeeper. So now sometimes he's like, well, you're my friend, so I can't do it. Because
And
everyone's
Jew-
going to come at me.
Jew is actively on Netflix now?
No, it's coming.
Yeah.
April or May or maybe next year. I don't know. Maybe after I'm going to like backpacking for a while, so I might be like, wait till I get back. I don't know. We'll see. But the point is, it's cool. And their boss was like, why didn't we get Jew? And then Robbie was like, I don't know. And then he called me like, why didn't we get that? I'm like, I didn't offer it to you.
Oh, I don't believe that for a second. I believe that Adam Genovizian's been just chiseling away at that, just chipping away just bit by bit.
Yeah, it was like a joint effort.
Break down the resistance.
He did it. He did it.
Unbelievable.
You need guys in your corner.
And like, I think that his approach too is like, hey, look, man, like, we just want the eyeballs, you know, like what's the
That's
harm
all it is.
here?
I just want people to see it.
Yeah, what's the harm here? Like, just like we'll sell it to you for $1.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Just put it on. Let
I'm
people
sure
see
that,
it.
like, I'm guessing that he probably wanted more than $1. Hypothetically.
But at some point, you just want your shit up where people can see it.
Right.
You know, it's like if Jackass was behind a paywall and nobody would get it. You're like, can you just put some of them up?
For sure.
People can get some joy out of it.
Right. So yeah, dude, that's and it's just so damn good.
Thanks.
And the candles.
The candles was pretty rad, right?
How do
They
you
just light those up? It took them like an hour to like light them up in between shows.
How do
We got these altar boys who be like, oh, I love doing this. Why? Like, well, I was just about to go get raped, so this is like way cooler. See a comedy show and less rape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you tape multiple shows? So all those candles,
Yeah.
you gotta light them, and then after the first show, like replace them with brand new ones. Light those.
And they went out way faster than we thought. We tested them in some chick's apartment, the set designer, Lauren Halpern. And then she was like, all right, they're like 24-hour candles. And then we put them in the showroom with the AC. It was like, oh, these are now 4-hour ones. And we had to source
the
candles
AC.
overnight.
Why?
The
Because
AC was
it's
pumping at it, so
like
it was
the
just like
Santa
burning
Ana
down.
winds?
Yeah. It's original Palisades. It's my special.
And then on top of that, you've got like thousands of candles. So like they're
burning off each other. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hotter overall. They're all melty. Yeah, so she had to like find 5,000 candles overnight on a Saturday night in New York. It's like, I got to get these right now.
Oh, because you taped one show per night and then one...
2 per night. Yeah, 4 shows.
Oh, you did 4 shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
So overnight, it was like, these aren't going to last. I'm like, where are you going? She's like, I'll figure it out. It's just, I mean, what candle shops are open that have that many candles? Oh, she's like, I'll do it. It's so fun to work with people who are like good.
Oh my God. And talk about working with people who are good and fun. Eric Abrams, Jordan Levy.
Yeah. You work with them too?
I did my last special with them.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's my team.
Yeah, Eric Abrams being the director, Jordan Levy being the director of photography.
And I've worked both of them for forever on This Is Not Happening, that old storytelling show.
Yeah.
Me and Eric started it in his like.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we were trading mushroom stories at Thanksgiving at his house, and he was booking like the side room of the Improv, like the 30-seater.
The belly room at the store.
But even lower, it was like an unbuilt black box at the time. And
Yeah,
I was like, let's do a mushroom show. And he goes, I'll see if I can get it.
And if those names are flying over anybody's heads, let's put some respect on their name. These are the guys that are like, you want to burn 1,000 candles?
Yeah.
You want a wall of candles?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's go. Let's make that happen.
Yeah, that was Eric's idea. Jordan's like, I'll figure out how to do the backlighting so it's not like you're not all in the dark,
Right.
like the sun's at your back.
I saw that, and then I was like, oh my God, like, because my comedy, I do multimedia. So, like,
Yeah, with all the TVs.
I did the TVs.
Yeah,
It's
it was
like,
really cool.
Dude, I loved it. And it was completely inspired by Jew.
Really?
I was like, dude,
I
all
love
those
that.
candles were so epic. And my show's multimedia. I cut to videos. So it's like, what if I had a wall of TVs representing the multimedia?
That's so cool. And Eric's always like, I love it. Let's figure out how to make it happen. Other people will be like, well, here's why it can't work. Like, I know
Right.
why it can't work.
Right.
I need you to find a way around.
That's darn right. We don't want to hear about why we can't do something. We want to hear about why we can and how we're going to do it better. And let me remind you, I'm super serious about only ever promoting things from here on out that are beneficial to people's health and wellness, or at the very least, not harmful. And in this category, I absolutely include Blue Chew tablets, because Blue Chew tablets have been helping men like me who are in their 50s or for any other reason could use some help in the bedroom. Blue Chew helps men have better sex, period, hands down. And not only am I comfortable promoting it, I am proud to promote it, especially because now they're making multivitamin tablets too. And so, as I've said before, if you want to try Blue Chew tablets, if you think they can help you, then by all means, go to BlueChew.com and get yourself a whole month's supply completely for free. Just pay $5 for shipping. And as far as like whether it's right for you, there's a medical provider online you're going to consult with to get a prescription, like the way that it's supposed to be. So if you want to try it, by all means, go to BlueChew.com and try it. And let's get back to it. So your new special, America's Sweetheart, how long between taping it to when it came out? Because I remember Adam showing me your set design. Like,
Yeah, all the plants.
yeah.
Yeah, it's another one of Eric's ideas.
It's an epic.
Yeah, probably 9 months. Yeah, I was gonna put it out right before the election, and then Netflix like, we'll take it, but not till like later. I'm like, all right, how about right before the inauguration?
Oh, so that was not. You did that like Jew. You taped it on your own.
On my own, yeah. If it was YouTube, which I thought it would have been, but then YouTube got kind of censory. Like if you curse too much, we're not gonna let people see it. It changed since Jew, so it's like, oh, this might not get seen. They might not allow it. So I was like, all right, let me call Netflix, and then they were like, we'll take both. But
so you called Netflix, not Adam?
Adam, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like saying I built a deck on my house. Like you mean Mexicans? Yes. I mean, I drank coffee and I brought some high C once in a while to them. Yeah. Yes.
I drink coffee. Not a,
You just sit there and be like, how's it going today, boys? Mucho gusto.
not I offered them coffee. I drank coffee.
You're just out there like, look at me getting my deck done. Like, claro, es buena.
Yeah. Dude, can you imagine? Like, what's it occurs to me that this mass deportation. Like, what are we doing?
What are they doing? I haven't really kept up. I don't watch the news. I kind of hear little things
I know.
about it.
You know what? Like, I think I might have to stop watching The Daily Show.
That's all news, huh?
Yeah, and it's all like at this point, it's
all
like
catastrophizing everything.
Oh, it's just such gnarly catastrophe. But then again, I think that there are some pretty catastrophic things going on.
Sure, but do they also hit you with some like medical developments?
Yeah.
Or science like breakthroughs? Or do they not?
No,
they
not
don't
The
really ever
Daily
hit you with
Show,
anything good in the news.
Yeah, not
so
so
it's like
much.
this is a real slanted, fucked up my worldview.
Yeah.
I don't need to see these.
The Daily Show is like it's fun, it's smart, it's it's funny, it's clever, but it's
Like,
also a real bummer.
So it's like those have to be there. I don't have to be part of it. Like the people who are fighting back, let them fight back. We need you.
Right.
But it's my involvement is not going to help things in any way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'd rather just go be happy. It's like I have a friend who was into dog adoption, and so she lived in LA and she couldn't see a Mexican with a Chihuahua without getting mad. She's like, they're gonna abandon it. They're just gonna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was like, she saw the worst of dog adoption. Imagine living in a world where you see someone with a cute Chihuahua and you get mad because you're like all you see is catastrophe in the dog adoption world. And so that's your worldview. It sucks. What a terrible way to live.
Okay, so I wonder.
Yeah.
Why would she assume that someone's going to abandon
Because she sees
the dog?
enough abandoned dogs from the Latino community. And I don't know what you are. Either native or
I'm Latino.
Latino, yeah. And so she's like, this is what ends up happening. You know? And so
she's racist.
She's racist, yeah. She's racist for the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, that's how people live on the news. They just see the worst things, and it's like,
yeah. The America's Sweetheart, you taped it on your own.
Yeah.
Sold it to Netflix. That was the license deal.
2 years. Then it'll go up on YouTube after that or somewhere. I don't know.
And Jew went the
other way
around.
Yeah.
Dude, that's trailblazing, dude.
It's crazy. I did the same thing in Comedy Central. I was like, they're not going to ever come calling, so I did my own special, and then they were like making fun of me in the offices. Eric used to work there, and he goes, they're making fun of you. They go, look at these guys doing their own specials. These are all trash. And then they were like, oh, we'll take your special and that old one you did on your own.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought you said it was trash. And then they eventually
they
come
couldn't
around.
have called Jew trash.
Not Jew. This was like one I did in New York.
And I thought you get some good Jew jokes in the new one.
You try to be like, I'm also not taking this seriously.
It's genius, man.
Thanks.
I love your comedy, dude.
Thanks,
I'm just
dude.
not blowing smoke up your ass. Like, you know that I rave about your comedy.
Yeah,
when you're
you've
not
been a
there.
big supporter.
Yeah, I love it, dude. The heroin, like all the callbacks with the bend.
Yeah.
Oh
you
my
see
God.
it now. People like are sending me pictures all the time. Like, I see what you're talking about. I never noticed it before. Like the backwards and like but they don't fall over. You're like, you're on. You ever see like a motocross guy and they're leaned all the way and their hands almost touching, their knees almost touching? That's how those heroin guys are. You're like, fall. You're right there. Just touch the ground. And they're like, no, an inch off. Like, ow, your knees out. The balance these guys have. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's fantastic, man. You're going to just dip out and go backpacking. How does that work?
Same as you, but in a different way.
Yeah.
You dipped. You're in the wilderness now.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you're a different kind of wild boy now.
Yeah. I'm a country boy.
Yeah. Steve-O's country boys.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I love it, man. I couldn't love it.
Isn't that wild how you change in life? And they're like, that you would never have been able to do that 25 years ago. You would be so bored. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right, dude. Even 10 years ago, there was a point I got very, very convinced that, and I'm still convinced that the, American government, like it's a straight Ponzi scheme with all the borrowing.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's like we're borrowing money just to pay the interest on the debt.
The stuff we already owe.
Not even pretending that there's any kind of a plan or any kind of a possibility that any of the actual debt will be paid. We're just doing the interest. That's like the definition of a Ponzi scheme, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're fucked.
You're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. Is that how you call it?
Maybe. You see the sign in New York in Union Square that it just keeps going up so much. Like, that's going slow. I'm like, that's a 100,000 number. It starts at 100,000 and moves.
Yeah.
Every second we lose another 100,000.
And now we're at like 43 trillion. But like, keep in mind,
you can't wrap your head around that number. That's a meaningless number.
Right, and it doesn't even count what's called unfunded liabilities, which is Social Security, Medicare.
That we still got to pay.
Yeah, so like it's actually deep into the 100.
This is like in college when they give you a credit card, like give you a free like T-shirt,
Yeah.
And then they say, here's a credit card with this T-shirt. You're like, sick. And you're just like, all these college kids are just paying like, oh, and the bills never come. Like, no, they're going somewhere.
As soon as you demonstrate yourself to be unable to pay your bills, that's when you get the most free credit cards in the mail.
You're like, sick. This guy's gonna pay all interest. It's gonna be great. We don't want someone like racking up and then paying immediately. We get nothing extra. All we get is like the business money.
Yeah, how do we not invest in that shit show? Like
that's another one. Like, I could never invest in Visa or MasterCard after knowing what they're doing to people.
Credit card debt's the worst.
Yeah. What a great fucking, as a Jew though, the business model. Find people who are most susceptible and cash in on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going broke. Let's help.
Jesus. I know.
So what? So you saw that and you're just like, I want to be off the grid, off the system?
Yeah, well, what I wanted to do, when I found out about the insurance companies, specifically the insurance company notified me that they would not renew my fire policy on my house.
In LA?
In LA. And I was like, okay, so now they're telling me that my house is uninsurable. Like, what's that going to do to the value of my house down the road? How do I get rid of it as soon as possible and get the hell out of here?
And you did?
I did.
Lucky.
I sold my house, and what I wanted was to get...
Was your old neighborhood still there?
It is.
Or it didn't get...
It was just across the 101 from the Sunset Fire.
Are you secretly rooting for it to take your old house so you could be like, good, I got out?
No, I'm not rooting for that. But like I did say, like if anybody wants to like pump all my episodes through AI, I think that's probably an effective way. You could find me saying that I felt that living in the Hollywood Hills was an exercise in just waiting for my house to burn down.
Yeah.
Like,
and when they won't insure you for that, you're like, oh, well then.
Oh my God,
you can't have a house and not have it be insured.
Have you heard about the California Fair Plan?
No.
Okay, like the
trying to put state fairs everywhere. That sounds like a great plan. I want to hear about it. Get those big drumsticks and some jousting.
Insurance companies just been leaving California like crazy. So you can't, and so in order to like cover up fill the gap, the government of California instituted a thing called the Fair Plan, which is like a last resort, and like they kind of force companies to provide coverage, and the government now like the total insurable, the assets that need to be insured homes wise is it like $400 billion what they're actually on the hook for, I don't want to say it's like 20 billion something, and they've got 700 million.
Who does?
Ready
to go.
Ready to pay out.
So then when this happens, you're like, oh, we can't. They declare bankruptcy, and you're like,
Right.
oh, fuck.
I mean, I just don't know.
They shouldn't be able to take your insurance. They're like, no, I already got fire insurance. You can not insure new people, but I'm already in. You have
Right.
to keep, or give me back all my old money that I paid in premiums when there was no fire. Give me all that back.
I mean, it's really interesting what's going on here. But like, imagine the people who had a mortgage, then their house gets burned down. Now the insurance company, you're trying to get blood out of a rock.
They're gonna block you at every turn.
Yeah, so you're not gonna get any money from
my
the
computer
insurance.
burned up. Like, do you have a receipt? Like, no, it's a 4-year-old computer. I don't have a receipt. Who
Right.
keeps receipts for shit they buy
And
that they're gonna use?
On top of not getting anything out of the insurance, they still have to pay the mortgage. You are not off the hook on your mortgage.
Yeah, the banks are like, that has nothing to do with
Hey, a
us.
deal's a deal.
Deal's a deal, bro. Deal's a deal.
Yeah, I mean, there's people in that boat.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really sad.
It's gnarly. So I
And
don't
they're
know.
not going to do anything about it. I remember when Obama came into office, and he goes, if I win, and then he did, he goes, I'm going to have C-SPAN come in and cover the insurance, like the redoing the insurance stuff. I'm going to have them so we can see how everybody votes.
What's C-SPAN, a TV network?
Yeah, that covers Congress and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so it's like the news station that's really just like covers Congress and Senate. And so he goes, okay, I won. Let's do it. And then every senator and congressman is like, you're not putting cameras in here. No fucking way. Because they're all in the take. They're actually not doing the best shit. And they're like, hey, I don't want to tell you I don't want anybody seeing what I'm saying in private about this. You can see how I vote, but that's it. Because they're all in the take. They all get fucking free Yankee tickets if they don't change anything.
Dude.
It's so fucked up. It's so fucked.
And every single catastrophe, whether it's the 2008 financial crisis, whether,
Jews.
whether it's a COVID pandemic, like
Also Jews.
whatever catastrophe strikes,
9/11, Jews.
it absolutely
Maui fires.
makes the rich
Jews.
richer.
Yeah, it does. They're just like, sweet, cheap housing.
Every little bit of activity, no matter
Mark Cuban
good or
just
bad,
jumps in at any moment. He's like, sick.
like no matter what it is, if it's good times, if it's bad times,
They're just going to keep
if it's
growing.
war, if it's peace.
I think they want us all in apartments. I think they want to own everything, and they're going to be little nation states like Zuckerberg owns.
Apartments.
And they want us all renting
Porta
from them.
potties.
Yeah. They don't want anybody owning. They're like, we
Shanty
want to own
towns,
it.
cardboard boxes.
We District 9.
It's crazy, and like the forward facing oligarchy. Like, I mean, you don't watch the news, but you got like the inauguration.
Yeah. What happened? Anything cool?
Well, at the inauguration, you had like the front row was occupied by like the number 1, number 2, number 3.
Richest people.
Yeah, like you had.
They should hide that shit.
You would
They're
think,
not even trying to hide it anymore.
Yeah, you would think you had like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg.
Wow.
The Indian guy from Google.
Yeah.
Tim Cook
And
from
by the
Apple.
way, those people all would have been, except for Musk, those people all would have been at the Democrat inauguration if they were fucking won. They'd be like, our monies doesn't matter who's in there. We're getting our share.
You think except for Musk?
Musk is like deep in with Trump, right? Maybe Musk would have been there too, but just not in the front. They all have their money in both.
Yeah, I think that.
It's like gambling in sports. They don't care who wins. They just get their 5% off the losers.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think Musk would have been front row
Yeah, maybe.
because he doesn't need to kiss ass on any level. Let's consider this, though. Even though just about everybody in the world will bend the knee, kiss the ring, do whatever Elon Musk says, doesn't mean that he is exempt from the laws of nature. And they seem to dictate that if you eat a bunch of sugar, that you're going to be unhealthy. Probably a little bit chubby, too. I tell you, man, I cut out sugar and flour, and I've been way better off for it. And one of my secret weapons in my fight against sugar is Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon comes in all these flavors that are so delicious. You know what? I don't ever want to not have Magic Spoon with my peanut butter, my cocoa, my fruity, my frosty. I mean, dude, these are absolutely delicious. And let's be clear, we're talking 0 grams of sugar per serving with only 4 grams net carbs and 13 grams of protein. Plus, they make these epic treats bars. It's like rice treats. And dude, they got the granola. And I can't even keep that in the pantry because I eat it so fast. I love my Magic Spoon. And if you want to get $5 off your order, then you go to magicspoon.com/Stevo. Or you can just look for it on Amazon, and it's in pretty much every grocery store. Magic Spoon is the only no sugar cereal that actually tastes delicious. And I've been curious, so I tried them all. Nothing touches Magic Spoon. If you want to get sugar out of your diet, then start by eating Magic Spoon. It is legitimately delicious, and you get $5 off your order at magicspoon.com/Stevo. Now, let's ride this baby home. Dude, I watched this documentary on A&E.
Okay.
There was like a 2-part story about Prince Andrew.
He's the child fucker? Or no?
He was mixed up with Epstein.
Okay.
Okay, it's available on Hulu.
Okay.
It is so unbelievably good.
Eye-opening?
It's unbelievably good. This guy, he was like, you call it a spare. Like, he's the younger brother of Prince Charles. And dude, this guy, you just get screwed because he's not really going to become the king because he's got the older brother. And then just to add salt to the wound, once Prince Charles has his kid, Prince William is in front of Prince Andrew. So Prince Andrew with every kid, he just gets kicked down the line further and further.
He's got to kill everybody. Game of Thrones. He's got to kill everybody at a wedding.
Right. And his dude, during the 80s, he was like Leonardo DiCaprio, just crushing beef. He's like, I might never be in the throne. I might have like a really pretty peripheral involvement in the monarchy. But dude, I am royalty, and I'm royally crushing the puss. And he was just in the news.
You might not be the guy, but you're around those guys. Meet the man who met Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Married with Children. They went down to Florida.
Yeah.
The big draw was meet the man who met Andy Griffith.
Yeah. For sure. And so they called him Randy Andy because he was in the British tabloids
all the time.
Just always just just with the new hot ass chick.
Yeah, you're technically royalty if you hang out with me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so he was famous.
How many of these fucking sluts did he have try on that fucking crown?
It was all good too. Like nobody was mad at him. It was like the 80s.
Like let him party.
Yeah, it was kind of like the treatment that Leonardo DiCaprio gets now, or maybe even like a 10 or 20
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, because
they push it back on Leo. It's so funny. Like, oh yeah, date a 40-year-old. Sure, guys, I'll comply. Date some wrinkly titted lady because you guys want me to.
Dude, bless his heart.
Bless his heart, dude. He is all of us. There's not a single man who'll be like, nah, I'm done with 24-year-olds. They're gross now because society said. Yeah, sorry, they're on every magazine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not age appropriate.
It's not age appropriate. He's like, I know, it's sick, right? Yeah. It's like a short white guy who can dunk. It's also not appropriate, but it's awesome.
For sure. So because he's not that important in the grand scheme of things, he's also they really screwed him. They had Prince Charles' older brother was getting maybe $100 million a year.
Yeah.
But Andrew was getting maybe $2 million a year. The discrepancy in what...
Because he was never going to be the guy.
Right, the discrepancy in what funds that were allotted to him.
How did he get by on that?
Well, that's the thing. He had... Right. But he really... he wanted to keep his lifestyle up. He wanted to keep his image. He did not have the money to do that.
Whoa.
Enter Jeffrey Epstein. That's why...
Investment.
Well, Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire. Jeffrey Epstein got a kick out of like hanging out with the,
Yeah,
I think
some
Jeffrey
royalty.
Epstein. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein was kind of like the more powerful people I can get into my fold and get them doing like wacky stuff.
Yeah,
so
I
that
might
I have
catch. It'd be
stuff
nice if
on
I catch him on something.
Yeah,
but either
like-
way, it'd be cool to have him there.
Kind of like the one guy with the Hulk Hogan. It's like, oh yeah, dude, like here, dude, check it out. My wife wants to bone you. Go into this room.
Right. Go into this confessional room. It's cool. We'll turn the cameras off. Go.
Right, and so
Wow,
So
yeah.
Epstein had Prince Andrew just by the balls. And Prince Andrew didn't mind because he needed a rich friend to bankroll his stuff. Now, like, enter Trump and Elon. Trump's the president, he's got all kinds of power, but as I understand it, he's like
I need some.
really like not got a lot of liquid capital.
And so
floating
Musk would be
around.
like, "I'll fund your businesses."
I mean,
if
dude,
you, like,
Musk
do my stuff.
poured so while
He's got unlimited money.
unlimited money. So like Trump needs like the richest guy, like to the point where if there's any like ass kissing going on, it's actually Elon getting his ass kissed. I think Elon's
He's the Iron
Epstein.
Bank. Yeah. Wow.
So I just don't think that
We're all in the pocket of business anyway. Like the only reason we have a Cuba embargo is because those like rich Cubans who moved to Florida and started breeding. They're a massive vote there.
Yeah.
And so they're like, if you end the embargo, we're not going to vote for you anymore. Joey Diaz said that. He goes, the reason that Hillary Clinton lost is because her husband gave back Elian Gonzalez to his father, and they never forgave him for that.
Wow.
They're like, you shouldn't do anything with the Castro regime. And so Obama, only in his second term, when he didn't have to get reelected, was like, let's end the embargo. And then Trump and Biden both put it back on because they knew they needed a reelection. So it's like, oh, you're just trying to please the rich. You don't believe in anything. These rich people are making the laws, always.
Yeah.
They're fucking over the little guy. And I know I'm doing fine, but compared to those people, I'm a little guy. I don't matter
dude.
at all. I'll be disappeared in no time if you go against them too
100%.
much.
100%. I saw you said on your new special that you didn't vote.
Yeah, I don't get involved with it.
Yeah.
They're all trash anyway, and I don't really know anything. Every time I hear like, oh, this guy promised this and then did the opposite, I'm like, oh yeah, see, so you don't even know what you're getting.
Right. I mean, George Carlin had a pretty good take on that.
Yeah, you listen to Bob Dylan songs, George Carlin, like it's the same shit from the 60s and 70s. It's not changed.
Carlin said that
What did he
if
say?
you vote, then it's your fault because you chose that.
Agreed. People are like, if you don't vote, you can't complain. I'm like, no, if you vote, you're joining into a system that you know is
complicit.
crooked. You're saying, I'm part of the system.
You signed up for that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not voting because like I'm yeah.
I don't want any of these people.
My rationale for not
Overthrow.
voting. I know that there's a big exodus of Californians like flooding Texas and Tennessee.
In Tennessee, yeah.
And like there's particularly in Tennessee like
Nash Angeles.
Nash Angeles, yeah. The Tennessee, a lot of people are like, oh, dude, we don't want these Californians coming in bringing your politics here. Like, don't bring your politics. And I was like, dude, I love it here in Tennessee. Like, I'll make you a deal. Like, I'm not bringing shit. I'm not even gonna vote. You know, like
So,
out
all
of
right.
respect.
Okay, out of respect, I will not vote. This is your place.
Out of
That's
respect
nice.
for Tennessee, I bring no politics here.
Also, like, listen, for the
It's not
amount
gonna
you have
make
to
it-
be, it's not going to make a difference. The
Right.
numbers of people voting.
Well,
And I
right,
know
I
they go,
mean-
what if everyone said that? But that's a dumb argument because you could apply that to anything. What if everyone said, oh, I'm not going to sign up for the military? If everyone said that, then we'd have no military. We get invaded.
Right.
But it's not everyone saying that.
Right.
What if everyone on a vacation for 3 weeks? The economy would crumble. But
Yeah.
not everyone goes at the same time. Why do you extend it to what if everyone said that? I'm not telling everyone to say that.
Well, right, and the more pertinent point here is that with the electoral college,
There's only
that,
like 6 or 7 states that matter anyway.
Right.
Your vote, even in those states, don't really matter. It's never like tied.
I mean, it's actually really close in those 6
within
states.
within 2 votes,
I don't know about
then
within,
it doesn't matter. Not any single listener
but
that
the-
said I'm staying home would have changed anything.
But the argument does kind of apply there. in swing
it's
states.
more meaningful, but you're still like,
Right.
if you get 20 votes, your vote's not going to matter. If you're up to
Yeah.
1 million, there's no way.
Yeah, that's true. And in Tennessee, it's going red no matter what. So, however I was going to vote, it wasn't going to make.
I always love when they go like when they used to like follow it. And they'd be like, all right, we're seeing all the votes come in. It's kind of like sports. You see, like, oh, they're close.
Yeah,
All right, that one's done. We
yeah.
can call that one. That's 70% with
Yeah.
80%, voted already. And you're like, all right, it's settled. Obama won.
Yeah.
However, Hawaii is just getting to the polls right now, so we have to officially hold out. I'm like, wait, so it's already over, and then they're still going in. Like, it's already done. Why do I have to go in and vote? It's over.
Right.
I mean, local shit, I guess, but like, what's this fallacy?
People are just going to get their I voted sticker.
And you can find those on the ground. You can do stolen ballot. You can find them on the ground and put it on there, put a little gum. Yeah, that's what I do, just to get people off my back.
Yeah.
Whenever I get one of those people handing out those flyers, I just go, the only way to change is through violent revolution. And they go, ooh, no flyer for you.
What's Nash Angeles? That's the first time I heard that.
It just means that like basically Austin, Texas, and Nashville, Tennessee are the new LA and New York.
Yeah, they come, they infiltrate, they change the vibe. So New Orleans are doing it, not only from Los Angeles, but from other places. And all my New Orleans friends are like, it's not that they moved to New Orleans, it's that they don't join in. There's a big parade into where the Saints play every year, and everyone's welcome to join. And all these people from out of town are just like videotaping it. They're like, come in.
Yeah.
Be part of it. Stop looking at us. And so they bring their LA vibes, their ciabatta breads into the fucking rural supermarkets, and they're like, get out of here. Quit changing our stuff. Montana, they're like, do not tell anyone from LA about this place, about small cities there. Yeah, they just like change spots.
Yeah.
New Yorkers, I'm sure, do that in like Florida. Like an uptightness that comes.
I just think that the other thing about not voting, like the government debt, you know.
Yeah, you're voting for that on both sides.
I recently Googled, like, when is the dollar going to collapse?
Oh, that's a scary Google.
Yeah.
What did it say?
It said that...
just said run.
It said that in the near future, like, everything's okay because the whole world system is based on the dollar.
So, anytime a government, it's like, hey, we're going to go off the dollar system, we're going to go to Bitcoin, or we're going to go to gold standard,
Bricks.
or we're going to go whatever, they go, invade them.
Yeah.
Luckily, we do have a strong military who backs up that dollar illegally or forcefully.
But the more we kick it down the road, the more it stays status quo, the gnarlier it's going to be when it does all go down.
Mm-hmm. I hope I'm dead for that.
Yeah.
I don't have kids. You don't have kids.
I got a vasectomy, yeah.
Me too.
Dude,
Me too.
hell yeah,
so easy, right?
Dude, so easy.
I was on stage that night.
Yeah, of course.
But and you will understand this. I have dumb fuck friends. So do you. And so it was like, hey, just don't like hurt your balls during that time. And I was like, fuck. And every time I go into the club, like, hey, we're not ball punching today. Give me 2 weeks off. Not ball punching. It's going to be serious repercussions today.
Yeah.
And I had to really protect it the whole time.
You know what I
weeks.
did?
What?
I got the vasectomy, filmed everything, and I called it the Vasectomy Olympics. I walked out, like, did like a dumb ball stunt in the actual clinic, and then like went to go, like, we had a little kids party, and I went bareback horseback riding, and the horse is just bucking me up and down, and then we dressed me up like a pinata and had the little kids whack me.
Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And so like we
we
kept going until I had like the payoff shot was like the next day my balls were like literally like,
are you
all
crazy?
told, it was like a plum, like that color, my balls.
What'd your doctor say? Did you go back in?
I didn't no, he knew what I was getting ready to do. He just thought, man, you're crazy.
Should have put some steel in there. Steel coating in your balls.
It was so swollen.
Yeah.
It was pretty, like thank God they turned in, I got the payoff shot. It made it work.
Do you see the world through like stunt colored glasses?
A little bit.
Yeah, everywhere you go, you're like, oh, I could maybe.
The vasectomy Olympics was an idea that I'd had for like 20 years.
When you're at your most susceptible.
I was just like, dude, I don't want to, there's just like, and over those 20 years, like all my rationale for not wanting to have kids only just got like stronger and stronger.
Yeah. That's what I kept talking about. I don't want kids. And I'm like, what am I waiting for? I'm sure taking some chances. I fucked some skanks without condoms over the years. And I'm like, I think I got out in time. It's like, I'm really going to try to get some whore from Kansas City for the rest of my life, unless I fucking take care of this.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so epic.
It's so much easier than murdering a bitch later. It's so much easier and more legal.
For sure. Dude, now with like sex, drugs, like all the like you're just totally open about enjoying some cocaine here and there.
Yeah,
Some Molly,
I don't have a problem.
acid.
Yeah, dude, how safe, how steady are you on your sobriety?
I'm pretty solid.
We can talk about this, okay?
I don't mind a bit.
Okay. So I thought,
I'm very active, and that's super kind of you to
Yeah.
even ask that. I'm very active in my recovery.
No, usually I'm like, oh, you're fine. Like Dan Soto, Joe List, they don't think about it. But then I was around somebody. We were all going out to celebrate my special, and I won't even say his name. I don't know, but we were like, oh, let's go to this bar. And he goes, guys, I can't come. I was like, well, I'm gonna drink, and I was like, no, we just won't let you drink. I was like, no, I can't. I was like, oh yeah, get out of here. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were that tightrope walking.
Right.
So now I'm trying to be more like.
I mean,
Are you cool if I if we talk about this?
It says in our literature that one might think that to the alcoholic trying to stay sober, can't be in bars, can't be around people drinking, can't be but that's just not our experience. You know, if we're doing our thing to protect our sobriety, then we can go anywhere we want. We just have to ask ourselves, do I have a legitimate reason for being there? So if I'm celebrating your special, that's a legitimate reason.
Yeah, but also if I'm trying to quit cigarettes and then everyone is smoking right there, I'm like, it's a tight one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But anyway, so we were going out. Oh, so anyway, forget that. So I'm doing Molly last weekend, and I was grinding too hard, and I fucking cracked a tooth.
Oh, and dude, the Molly jokes,
Yeah, does it bring you back?
The Molly jokes in your special with if the Vegas shooting happened at an EDM concert instead of a country
Would have been way worse.
Dude, that is such fantastic, brilliant. I love that so much.
I'm trying to find laughs from a place where people go, you can't find laughs here. And then I'm like, oh, that's a good challenge. That's where I want to get my laughs.
Was it twice in the special where you felt the need to point out, hey guys, I'm joking?
I wrote those in where I'm like, okay, I can feel some pullback here. I just want to reiterate in case you're not aware of what comedy is. These are all jokes. I'm never serious.
Yeah.
I don't think school shootings are good.
Right.
It's just a funny thing to say. Yeah.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
It would, because I was getting so dark when I was running on the road that I'd have to be like, oh, how do I pull back here? Do I put in a fancy bit in the middle or fun? And then it's just tell them. Guys, I don't get a laugh off that.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were starting to feel it.
How far removed are you from death threats and
I've got it for so long. Since The Amazing Racist, I really got them. I was pretty early on death threats. So I was one of the first to know these aren't real.
Right, with the
do you get them ever?
I don't know if that I've gotten. Okay, take that back. Yeah, I got a lot of real rough stuff from a terrible decision I made in 2006.
What was it?
I wanted I
sold all your Bitcoin.
No, I consider getting tattoos, to be it's a stunt. Get a tattoo that.
Look at you.
Yeah, get a tattoo that nobody would ever get. It's crazy, and it's a tattoo's forever. So that's just the crazy.
Yeah.
And it was just an idea. I don't want. If we're talking about, we don't want to have kids.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll get a tattoo of a baby with a circle and a slash, But we just keep drinking, and then it's a tattoo that says "fuck babies." And we keep drinking and end up with a tattoo of a guy fucking a baby.
People get so mad. It's not actually happening. It's representative of something happening. It was lines.
It was far removed from the original, but then the goal was to be crazy. And as soon as I got the tattoo, I knew that it was not.
People are never going to be like, haha, that's funny. It's
it only lasted about a month. And for that month, I spent just about all my time with a bandana tied around it to cover it up.
What'd you do? Cover it?
Yeah, I covered it with I did. First, I tattooed it into a blob, and my buddy Bam saw it. It's just this guy humping a blob. He said, you should turn that blob into an ostrich. So then it turned into a guy humping an ostrich. It was that way for 12 years.
Yeah.
Then in 2018, the internet sleuths got very active.
I'm I know what that ostrich is.
It was 2018, and all of a sudden, my girl, she's like, Instagram's really mad at you.
And yeah, when that happens, you're also like, what now? I don't remember. You don't realize it could go back however long.
Yeah.
Like, what's today?
Right. And so like
anything.
I got so upset about it, like this concerted effort to really like destroy my livelihood and, you know, my life, my career.
And like, how's that going to get the tattoo removed? It's this like enforcement wing that has no planning and no leaders. They're just an enforcement wing. Like, let's just hurt people.
And
but like, this isn't going to get your cause any better.
Yeah, and they were like, you know, I saw a lot of like, it's on site. You know,
It's on site.
You're a predator.
It's on site. Such a good one.
I just think that, like hypothetically,
Yeah.
like somebody who was had a predilection for minors probably wouldn't get that tattoo.
You'd have to be in a real open society. You know?
I mean, dude, it was bad too. Like there were tears flying out of the baby's eyes.
Oh, he's really not into it. I thought the baby would push him back.
Yeah, no.
God, you made it like as dark as possible. Damn, Steve.
It was awful.
Damn.
And you know, like I got
So they got mad at you. So
I got so upset at this 2018, like, you know, because I'd never experienced negativity like that before.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was like, it's never been my thing. Like,
it's not fun. It is fun in a way where you're like, look how mad you guys got at something I didn't even mean as like an anger point. It's like, that's kind of funny, but also like, ugh, guys, stop. Calling comedy clubs and threatening to shoot the place up. So there's like women there all upset and worried. It's like, guys, stop.
Right.
Quit bothering other people. Just threaten me.
Yeah. So I got so upset that I turned it into a man and an ostrich riding a motorcycle backwards.
How do you do that? How do you change a tattoo like that?
It's kind of
a
mess.
man and a okay. You're also the king of like, these don't have to be high level art. A man and an so I could see what it would have been.
Yeah.
Wow. So they put the motorcycle in it afterwards?
Yeah.
Wow. And you got Alfred E. Newman, skull of Alfred E. Newman.
As a misfit.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that, man.
Yeah.
But you're
I'm kind of immune to it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's never pleasant. But sometimes you wake up one day and you're like, what? And like they found the old Amazing Races video, some DJ in Charlotte. And you're like, oh, is it today? And you just
and what was the Amazing Race thing?
It was me like
I love that we're just like breathing life into this.
It was early before, it was pre-YouTube. I did this stuff for National Lampoons. It was like they were like, the setup was like they found a box of like submission tapes for like the most horrible things imaginable that never went anywhere. So they're like, make one. So it was called The Amazing Racist.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. And so it was like the one that got me the most was like picking up some Latinos and driving them to the INS, like saying, fix my deck, and then driving them straight to immigration. Selling a dog door to door to Chinese restaurants at the back, you know, doing just like
It's
really overboard shit, you know.
Yeah.
Wearing a Klan outfit. I'm a Jew in a Klan outfit. It's like I'm trying to give clues. It's a joke, but people are like, what the fuck? So it'll just rear its head once in a while, and people are like, oh, you have to go away from society. And it's like you wake up to like 1,000 threats, and you're like, what? Oh, okay. I didn't expect this today, but all right. It's just funny.
And
it's funny to affect people.
I mean, like, take, for example, Tony Hinchcliffe with his Puerto Rico joke.
Yeah.
Arguable that was an uncomfortable moment for him.
Arguable, yeah.
But also arguable that it, like...
Help launch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime I've done one of those where I've gotten, the comedy world embraces you because they go, oh, we know you don't let their line affect your line. And your line might even be over my line, but at least you're going to be true to yourself. If you find it funny, that's what I want to hear. And I won't find everything you find funny, but at least I want you to go on what you find funny.
Yeah.
If I'm an audience member. You know, I like the super dark. That's not cool for everybody.
Dude, my favorite is Jeselnik, dude.
Yeah. He's so dark.
He's so good.
He's so dark. And he'll walk people, he'll get people angry at him. And it's like, great, that's on you. That's on you to walk out angry at that show. He's just trying to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got like walking outside. You go to an Ari show.
Walking out's fine. It's when you get angry and like spout off, and it's like, get out of here. You're like destroying the arts now.
Yeah.
There's three kinds of people when you see a joke: people who laugh at it, find humor from it; people who don't care one way or the other. That's me. Political jokes. I'm like, I don't know who these people are. I don't get the references. And the people who want less creativity in the world. They want to like destroy the creative.
Yeah.
Just ask yourself which side you want to be on. There's really only two that you can like brag about. The other one's really indefensible.
How do you handle disruptive audience members?
You try to get them out of there as fast as possible. Everyone else enjoys the show.
That was my position, like for the longest time, I drew a hard line. I was like, dude, if you're yelling out, then you're being disrespectful to everybody else who came here to enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not playing that.
Right.
I'm going to nip it in the bud and make an example out of that person so that everybody else doesn't do it. But like to do that, it's like, I'm supposed to be there entertaining people, and if I'm policing, I just lose it.
I know,
energy.
it's hard. There's a way to do it in a positive way instead of going at them. You try to include them for a second, shut them back up so you can go on with your show. The main thing is you want to go on with the show. But if I see this in the audience, if I see people kind of keep looking up, I was like, oh, you're hurting there. If they had a $20 ticket, it's now only worth about 18.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, you want to see the Ari Shaffir? You want to see the Steve-O show? I'm like, sure. I'm like, you're going to see the Steve-O show, but also it's going to have trouble concentrating because some guys just screaming the whole time next to you. You're like, oh, well, I don't know if I want to go anymore.
Right. I get it, but the thing is that my drawing a hard line and throwing people out, or it just did it.
I want the door staff to just handle it. If they're being disruptive, just get in there and get rid of them, or tell them to shut up. Get a big black guy to tell them to shut up.
It's some of the negative comments that I agreed with that people kind of turned on me because I took that.
Yeah.
And I just called for a new sobriety date in my recovery. I don't lose it on audience members anymore. Turns out that I didn't really have to lose it so much.
Usually they're just being too supportive.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. But all right, love you too, but you gotta calm down. If you love me, this is what I love doing. So allow it to happen.
Right.
Yeah, I had some lady in Oakland once, and she was kept talking, and she was like, it's like this thing of it's like great, but you helped me through my cancer. I was in a hospital and I was watching this guy's content or that guy's. So they're like, you feel like you helped them through something and you didn't. And she goes, can I just get a hug? I'm like, lady, this is the meet and greet time. This is not a during the show moment. She's like, I'll give you a hug, but be quiet. I'll talk to you after the show. We'll do a picture then. Chill.
How do you do meet and greets?
I don't really do them much. Yeah. If I'm still around later, I'll talk. But I need to veg out for 30 minutes after the show.
Dude, I used to do,
You're active on stage too. You need to.
Not too much. My shit's multimedia, so I'm more like anybody else. But my punchlines will be like a video. My payoffs for a story will be and now you get to see the crazy thing I just told you about.
You ever go see Muse?
I have the amusing stories.
No, Muse, the band.
Oh no.
They do this thing. I saw them somewhere in LA. You would love it. The whole thing is TVs. And TVs behind them, same thing. And some way the TVs go up, and it just completely envelops them. So they're playing behind all these fucking 1,000 TVs. What a crazy live show it is. And they're trying to tell you this is all affecting your.
What a shitty margin.
Yeah. You gotta go to Compton and just pick up the ones on the street, reuse them. Yeah, he's like, just guitars is enough.
Yeah.
It's we all just want to entertain people. That's the point of it. We don't want anybody leaving angry.
Sure.
But if it happens, we're gonna get some joy out of it. You know?
Yeah, I beat myself up a lot, dude. I gotta go a little more easy on myself. But slowly but surely.
I hate those. I feel bad for the people who are drinking comics when everyone is drunk in there and then they're yelling out in support. But it's let me just do my jokes.
Dude, I'm a sober guy. My audience drinks more. I heard it all the time. Comedy clubs. Oh, we broke the record for how much alcohol we sold on your weekend. Shit like that.
Wow. That's cool.
But it's all good, dude. I generally have a pretty great crowd. Where are you doing your shows? You got to be doing big theaters.
All over the road. Yeah, I got a big one in Atlanta at the Tabernacle in March, and Seattle, and all through Canada and stuff. A mix of clubs and theaters.
Okay.
I just love performing so much. I just fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's just that's all I want to do. Just put on a good show.
Yeah.
And make everyone have a good time. And it's I can't meet you afterwards, but I'm just you get done mentally. And it's I really need 45 minutes of just being by myself. It's the worst. You get off hi, can I talk to you about this and this? I can't concentrate.
Right.
I'm spent. But yeah, just put on a good show. You feel wonderful.
Yeah.
They left going, that was a good date night.
100%.
I'm just trying, similar to you, just trying to give people a good date night.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more, man. I love it. How are you getting from show to show?
Not in this. I would love it. This is like my dream of going to show on one of these. I did a couple bus tours.
Yeah.
And man, it was like sleepaway camp.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it, dude.
Everyone's hanging out.
The bus is so expensive.
Bus is expensive, but you add some Mondays and Tuesday shows to pay for it. I would never do a Monday show in like Springfield, Missouri, but like, okay, it's on the way.
Like the gold standard or whatever, the norm for a tour bus for an artist is a Prevost. And like a Prevost at this point, it's like a $2 million thing. And to rent it is like just insanely expensive.
A lot, yeah.
But there's a difference.
You wake up in Chicago instead of having to wake up in Minneapolis, go to the airport, get on a plane. You wake up and like, let's get a Chicago breakfast.
I know. I wanted to figure out, like, what is it about the Prevost? Like, why couldn't I get, like...
What's Prevost? What does that mean?
Prevost is the brand of bus, the gold standard for the bus. And I was like, what? But what about, like, just, like a National Lampoon's, like, fucking, like, the Randy Quaid's RV?
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't that be a tour bus? So I did a leg of tour renting, just a normal standard issue.
Just
RV.
a regular RV.
RV, yeah. Got my crew on it.
With Camp America on the side?
Yeah, hired a bus. I hired a bus driver and rented an RV. And I was like, yeah, this works. Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Now let me buy a piece of shit RV.
Can you poop in this one? I don't want to poop right now, but can you? So that's better than a bus?
You totally can.
And you go to a KOA and empty it?
And I'm going to get a Hello Tushy on there, too, the Tushy Ace.
You're going to get a bidet in an RV.
I'm going to get a bidet in an RV.
That is the mixture of trash and class.
Oh, dude.
You ever do Are You Garbage podcast?
I love those guys.
Okay, yeah. You would go great on there.
Absolutely love those guys. And I think I'm going to...
Talk about the RV life. They would have a field day with that.
Yeah. I think that we're going to be getting them on this show.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. They're rule.
They're
Kevin
fucking
and H
great.
are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're liars, though. I am classy. They're liars. But
yeah, yeah, they bless their hearts, man. I love it.
Yeah, this would be the best. Walking, yeah.
But my piece of shit RV that I use as a tour bus is 45 feet long. It's way bigger than this.
Oh.
I wouldn't be able to drive this one.
Yeah, no TV. The best too is when everyone's hanging out and you're watching some like shit.
There's a TV pulled out there, and there's another TV on the bed that.
And everyone's watching the same show. You're like Ice Road Truckers. You get into something and you're like, oh, now I'm hooked.
Dude, we were on the bus watching that Prince Andrew show.
And then everyone watches it. Like we're choosing one thing to all watch together. It's so fun.
It's the best show I've seen in a long time. I'm talking like don't fuck with cats good.
Oh, really? Interesting. I mean, the best case scenario if you're doing a documentary is one of the people in the documentary is fucking children. And you find out midway through, and you're like, hard shift.
Yeah, dude. So, like, when you go backpacking, you're going to podcast? Are you still doing Skeptic
I'm getting ahead.
Tank?
No, I'm done with Skeptic Tank. That one felt like a job. I started doing a travel podcast.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, I'd love to get you on there. You've been places, right?
Dude, I grew up all over. I grew up in 5 different countries.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3 different passports.
What do you got?
English, because I was born in England. Canadian, because my mom was born in Canada.
And
American, because my dad was born in the States.
I'm trying to get my Romanian passport now.
That shouldn't be too tough.
Yeah. That's my friend Andrew Tate. If you could hook me up.
Do you know Andrew Tate?
No, I don't. But I was in Romania, and everyone's like, do you know Andrew Tate? I'm like, no, I don't know Andrew Tate. I'm just here playing.
Man.
My dad's Romanian.
He's a tough one, dude.
Wild child. He goes for it. But, so I started doing that one, but I'm like 30 weeks ahead already. So when I go backpacking, I'm still they're going to keep coming out. You be tripping every week.
Dude, are you self-conscious at all that they're so old?
No, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, we're not talking about politics or anything current events. We're talking about your trip to whatever. So some of it is like, for Greg Fitzsimmons, we did one from when he was 19, traveling through Ireland. So, like, I could do that now. I could do that 5 years from now. It doesn't matter.
Sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it, man.
Yeah, so I'm banking them so when I'm gone, I'm still like
Wild
working.
Boys, you know that show we did? We went fucking everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a different country for 4 seasons.
Oh, dude, you got to do one of the episodes.
Yeah.
I would love to hear about a place, because you guys must have, as soon as the cameras are off, like, let's have some fun.
Oh, my God. Like, they're I won't let you down, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither will
We're off in
Rudy.
the jungle.
All right, dude. Well, shit, man. Is there, like, what does that say on there? Like,
It says Buc-ee's.
Yeah, Buc-ee's.
An hour 13.
An hour 13, huh?
There's no Wahlberg.
Dude, you know what? I think...
How was he?
He was cool, man.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be cool.
He's super fucking cool. Like they said I had him for 20 minutes.
They always do that.
Right.
You gotta be like, keep going. You're
right.
Like, I don't work for you.
Like it was like 30 minutes, and they're like really, really getting like pushy about it. And he's like, "Oh, dude, we gotta like, like Wahlberg wanted to keep going."
That's so funny. They're like trying to protect him, but
Yeah.
they've got no idea. He's like, "Oh, I'm fine." I had a club owner, Miss Pat, came to see me once. You know Miss Pat? Tough, big black lady who's she's
From
like
a Funny Bone.
She lives in Atlanta, or she lives in Indianapolis now.
Okay.
Anyway, she rules. But anyway, she came to see me in Indianapolis, and the club owner thought I didn't know her, and she kind of like stood in front of me. She goes, "Do you need anything, Ari? Are you like good?" With her over my shoulder, and I was like, "No, I'm friends with her. I'm fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but thank you. I'm fine."
Right.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg. I'm sure they're like, we should wrap this up. Because, oh no, guys, I said that this isn't a being cool, so we're good. Yeah, that was the scam to get me out of here. If it was not cool,
I think it's great, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, dude, I've been dark for 3 weeks.
And
Like,
how do you feel?
Like, I actually feel really fucking great.
Great. That's way more important than them getting an episode every week, a shitty episode that you don't care about.
You know what? I like really do like to think that I just won't worry about putting one up every week.
Yeah.
And then like people will, when they see an episode, they go, "Oh, wow, nice. He must have been really stoked on this one."
That's what's his name does? Who's the meditation guy who's like real smart?
Chopra?
Harris? Something Harris?
Oh, yeah, Sam Harris.
Yeah. Joe List listens to him. He goes, he puts them out sometimes.
Yeah.
There's no schedule.
Yeah.
And he's very popular. This idea, like, you have to be regular. It's like, relax. I'm not regular in my poops. Why am I going to be regular in my fucking life? But whatever.
What are you doing in Nashville?
Doing Zanies.
Sick.
Yeah. With Adrienne Appalucci. She's on tour with me sometimes. We did her Netflix special.
Dude,
Louie. Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, you are producing the fuck out of specials. You did Big J's one at
J's
the Skank
too.
Fest.
Yeah, that would rule. I'm trying to help people make their shit.
Yeah.
Just trying to be a part of like making cool shit. If it's me on stage, it's fine. If it's me behind, it's fine.
Dude, I love it.
Help make stuff.
I love it, man. So you got the shows tonight?
Yeah, you want to come?
Would love to.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Fucking love it.
Hell yeah.
You know Dorfman pretty well?
Yeah, we go back a long way. He was one of the only honest club owners when I was open for Joe Rogan. And Joe would like every other time we'd be like, "You should have Ari headline here, another week." And they'd all be like, "Oh yeah," and then just not return my calls. Dorfman was the only honest one. He goes, "Hey man, I think you're funny. You don't sell tickets though. Then I'm in business, so if you start selling tickets, I'd love to have you. Like, I really think you're funny, but like, you're gonna sell 4 tickets. No way." I'm like, "That's all I ever wanted. Don't say I'm not funny enough, or be like, I'll get to it. Just be like, hey, 0 chance. But yeah, get a draw, and we can have you."
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'll never go anywhere else.
Dude, it's insane. I mean, like, when did the tickets go on sale for Zanies?
A while ago.
And
so
like just
sold.
disappeared like
Yeah, it's just a cool club. It's one of the better clubs in the country.
It really is.
All the good clubs, I don't want to do theaters. When there's a good club there, it's like I want to stay at these good clubs. It's the most fun time.
Yeah, for me too. There's the fact that in Nashville, like
it's a place you can go a lot. Probably.
Legally, like no theater will allow my show.
Oh,
that's been the case.
So much dick.
That's been the case for a couple.
They're like, we're a Christian state, and you have way too much flaccid dick here. At least get it hard.
My last tour was hard, and I was ejaculating simultaneously as I fell out of an airplane.
Oh, really?
It's called skyjacking.
Wow.
Yeah, skyjacking was a big one.
How do you concentrate? Do you like focus on?
I brought a portable DVD player, dog.
In the air? Oh, you get ready.
I had it in the plane, yeah. So it was like a past the point of return, let's go.
I did that in the comedy condo in La Jolla once with Jim Painter and I think Ingram, and I was like gonna really piss him off, so I took a tea saucer, like a coffee saucer. Wait, buddy, wait. Then right after this. Just wait a second. I know I'm talking about cum. And then I got really ready in the room, and then the Mariano Rivera was pitching a save for the Yankees, and I came out like, oh, I love the Yankees so much, and just jizzed into a saucer, like for a Yankees win. And I'm like, I love the Yankees, man, but you got to get ready ahead of time. You got to be right on the line ahead of time.
Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm in, dude. I'm in for Zanies tonight.
Okay, nice.
We're gonna go fuck around. We're gonna go fuck around with this guy Whistling Diesel.
Nice.
He's a YouTube personality guy.
And I do have 2 quick questions.
You know what? I've been like, Daniel. Fuck, this kid is the greatest guy in my world.
Okay, what's up, Daniel?
Thank you, Steve. So I'm kind of like the Silent Bob. Like I'm quiet the whole movie, and then
got
at
crusty
the end
hair
I
and
have a
Silent
line.
Bob vibe. Oh, what did that happen? Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, so America's Sweetheart was super funny. We watched it here last night. You went to some places where I didn't know could be funny, and I didn't think it would be, but I was just dead wrong, man. Like you really you killed it. And right now you're on the farewell tour, and I saw on your website that it's the last time we can see you until 2027.
For a while, yeah. And all these cities, I'm like, I ain't coming back there for a long, long time. If I'm playing one of these, you're not gonna be on the next tour.
Could you call it the farewell for now?
Farewell for now. Farewell for now. Yeah. All right, I'll change it.
Do you have
Adam, change all that.
Do you have a plan for 2027?
I got to get back into stand up. So like after COVID, it was like a few months off. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know where to hold the mic, and I was like, I gotta relearn this. And so I'll come back. I'll do like spots in New York or LA or London or wherever, Nashville. I mean Austin. Just getting used to it, and then I'll be able to start charging tickets. And then I don't know, tour for the other cities.
Awesome, man.
Chicago and Boston, places like that I don't go on this one.
Yeah, and my other question was Steve's trying to get off of watching true crime stories so much.
Why? Because it frightens you about life?
No, I just think I should. You know, like if I'm going to be more focused on like a spiritual life, like why am I like just saturating my brain with grisly murder?
Yeah. So every woman now, they listen to true crime podcasts and they're all so frightened all the time, way more than before.
Yeah.
They think it's murder everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just murder some, not everywhere.
Yeah, Steve's always like, hey man, you want to...
It's like not healthy.
I'm like, you want to enjoy a real quality murder?
Yeah. You're like, ooh, and it is fun. Dude, I follow Nature's Metal on Instagram.
Okay.
I mean, it rules. And it's just like, animal attacks, other animal, whatever. And it's like fun. And like, wow, that's so cool. Seeing a hawk get a squirrel, seeing like a lion get something.
Yeah.
And then you go on a hike. I was in Brea. I went on a hike and I'm just like, everywhere. I'm being stalked. I'm being stalked by a bobcat.
Right.
Where the fuck are they? And you can't see the world in just fun nature place anymore.
Yeah.
You'll protect me, won't you, buddy?
If there's anything you're watching on Netflix or any shows that you recommend for Steve or
Oh yeah. Wait,
anybody
I
at
saw
home to
one.
watch.
Bargain. It's Korean.
Okay.
Korean or Japanese. Sorry, that was racist, but it's one of them. I don't know. It's either Chinese, Japanese, Dirty. Look at these. Yeah, Bargain. It's a really it unfold. I don't want to tell you anything about it.
Okay.
Because it just
Scripted.
unfolds as it goes. Yeah.
So overdubbed like Squid Games?
Subtitles. Don't do the overdub.
Oh,
If it's the overdub, then you always get like one guy nailing it, and then one guy. It's like you killed my father. I'm here to tell you that you need to find justice. Do you want me to apologize for this? It's like you'll never get my forgiveness. Like, whoa, who hired that second guy?
I know, but dude, reading
is tough. Reading is tough.
I had to watch Squid Games with the subtitles because the overdubbed,
So lame.
it just kind of kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
How
too
was Squid
goofy.
Games 2? I didn't see it yet.
We're chipping away at it. Did you finish it?
I finished 2. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I don't think it was as good as the first one, but it was still interesting. But
She Money Heist? That's a Spanish one.
Ooh, I
No.
don't know if I finished.
That was a while ago. That was so popular in Europe that they stopped letting people wear the masks they wore in that movie because people were like going to clubs and like wearing those masks and like fucking shit up.
holy shit.
It was so popular there. We barely got it here. I'm trying to think what else is. I mean, I just got into Atlanta. I'm on season 3,
Oh wow. Okay.
and it's
so
really good.
you don't mind straight scripted. You're gonna watch Billions and Succession and all that.
No, I hate those shows. I couldn't root for any of the characters in them. It was too like network sitcom-y. Not
Yeah.
it's just
that's
like
very
it's like I've just seen this 1,000 times.
Shonda Rhimes.
What is that?
She's the one who did Scandal.
Okay.
She's a million. She's like a Chuck Lorre.
Yeah, the
for
Chuck
that
Lorre
kind of-
stuff. I'm like, it's cool if you're into it. I can't. It's just so set up and like it just looks like a shoot.
Yeah.
I want something more real. But
Yeah.
I don't have any like nonfiction stuff. I'm not really into it as much.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a straight nonfiction guy.
That's great.
But whatever, dude. I'm so stoked, Daniel, that you chimed in with that. Your delivery was impeccable.
Impeccable. You waited for the right moment. Didn't interrupt like a lot of producers do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dude, Daniel's the shit. All right, man. All right, I love you. Thank
I
you.
love you too, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah,
See you
dude.
tonight.
Yeah, dude.
And there we have it, folks. What can I say? I needed to get that stuff off my chest. I love Ari. I went to go see him at the comedy club in Nashville later that evening. I had a blast. Love him. I love everybody at Zany's in Nashville. Zach Townsend, the guy who I brought on my Super Dummy tour, he was there. I love seeing him. You know what? And then it was actually earlier that day after recording with Ari, we went and partied down with Whistling Diesel in Tennessee. It's just fun, man. Me and Daniel, the ranch hand, we had a blast. And shout out to Daniel for being so epic on the podcast, huh? He says, I'm like Silent Bob. I don't say anything until the end. Then I have one line. Fucking epic. Yeah, dude. In any case, it was rejuvenating. It was rejuvenating. Just not gonna fucking trip about it, man. Like, who cares? Maybe I make less money. I don't care. You know, let me just not do harm. Let me be on a spiritual path and let me do the right thing. I love it. I love you too. Thanks so much. All right.